All right, guys, I'll be right back. I got one more thing to do. All right, I'm back. Getting things set up here. Double checking we have all of this set to go. And we do have numbers. It's a new thing we're giving a shot here with our Curled Paw ID tokens for the stream. Having the players use them as tokens to follow their ships. A little experiment. Players agreed to give it a shot. Thank you so much to them. So, almost done getting all set up, and then we'll get into full commentary mode. There's number 5. And because Travis on the right has different paint jobs there, it's a little easier to follow his. Lulo is the one painted like Lulo. Tally has that black 1 paint job, and then we have the other ones labeled ABC, which are the 4. It's Greer. Greer is number 4. Excuse me, not number 4. Greer is A. Travis looking for some locks there. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta see which one is which again. I'll be right back. Okay, we're done. Alrighty, so the reason for swarm tactics is simply because of the swarm, the team bid. They were looking for a 1-point card. It literally does nothing on there. Okay, just making sure we got everything set there. That looks good. That looks good. All right, so this is round 1. So Chris is out there just giving instructions. I can't focus. Thank you so much. And we will be doing our standard giveaways today. We're going to go ahead and set a goal of 5 new or resubs for round 1. It's a little early. We don't have too many people watching yet. Going for 5, that's number 1. 4 more, easy. So yesterday, if you were tuning in, we streamed the Top 50 Invitational, and that was won by Philip Horney. Thank you to Pork Republic. That's 2 out of 5. It was won by Philip H. out of Michigan. And they're going to be getting started here any second. And there we go. So my name's Dion Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and I'm coming to you live from the Krayt Cup team event. This is Team Texas on top versus Travis. Not Mike Johnston's. Those are the team names, and this is Christian Basse versus Travis Johnson. So something new if you're a longtime viewer of Gold Squadron podcast content that we're doing is you can see that there are number tokens that follow around the ships. We'll see how well the players do. And we have all the pilots numbered that need to be numbered. The only ones that don't have numbers are Lulo and Tally because they are color coordinated for the theme. Austin Feathermore, thank you so much for subscribing to our YouTube channel. We are on that road to get Ernie Harold. Thank you so much for subscribing to our YouTube channel. We're on the road to trying to get 7,000 YouTube subscribers. We bring the X-Wing community as many of the U.S. premier and top-level events as we can. I travel around the United States and the world trying to get you guys that content. Thank you to Michael. So we're going to go ahead and get a poll out here while the players get started. Who do you think has the advantage in this match? We got a lot of ships on the table. And if you're not familiar, this is actually a rematch from something we did, a match that we streamed in San Antonio about a year and a half ago at First Edition System Open, where there was a little bit of, at the end of the game, to be completely honest, there was a little bit of bad blood on both on Travis's side. He was upset. He felt that Christian played a little slow. They ended up patching things up. Everything's fine, homing and dandy, good friends and all. But Travis wants a rematch. So this is his opportunity to get a rematch. We'll see how things go. Of course, mind you, I'm playing this up for TV. They're not actually hating each other or anything like that. It's all fun. All right. So there is our poll there. Who do you think has the advantage in this match? Got Christian with the TIE Swarm versus Travis with 5 A-Wings. There are 41 teams here at Krayt Cup. Very excited for all the things. Thank you to Christian for using the ARC IDs and the giant tokens. I know it's a little bit tough with these larger lists, but we really appreciate it here. And going to give him a big high five for the help. Now we'll be probably casting by myself all day today, just so you guys are aware. So if there's any radio silence at any point, the reason is simply because I'm working on something. Something's broken. Should be tons of fun. By the way, this is an interesting opportunity to do this, but it's the truth. Gold Squadron Podcast is currently looking for someone located in Chicago who wants to be a part of the team and help me with shipping. I need a part-time shipping manager. So if you are located in the Chicagoland area and you'd be interested in doing that, send me an email, goldsquadronpodcast@gmail.com. Looking somebody for 1 to 2 times a month. Come and help me ship a bunch of stuff. That way I can get things like stream prizes out in a timely manner rather than doing it all by my lonesome. So looking at the polls right now, it looks like most people are leaning the way of the Travis. And these A-Wings do have a lot of versatility with those back arcs. Christian just continuing to move down the side of the board. So just so you guys know, the Iden Versio munitions failsafe interaction, that literally does nothing. The only purpose was they were trying to work on their team bid, and they felt that it was to their advantage to have that additional point. It literally means nothing. That's why I crossed. I'm going to go ahead and cross it out. There it is. It's just for the points aspect. And just so you guys know, this is how this works. That's number 1. It's number 3. And we have our numbers here on the side as well. Thank you to Rumble Rocket for your sub. We're 2 away from opening up giveaways for this round. One away. Thank you, Flomy, too. So Travis opting to spread out, okay? Lulo is obviously the heavy hitter in this squad. You're able to get those 3 dice. So he has to be careful with him. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Christian want to take Lulo out as soon as possible, though these A-Wings have so much versatility, having the ability at any time to turn away, point that arc towards the back, and get shots. Actually, I probably should have drawn it like that. There's an arc. And Travis going in fast. B-Badak, why did I have to go and make Skippy the top Twitch emote? I had to. I had no choice. I had no choice. And a stress. So if you're not familiar with how Lulo works, that's this ship right here. Lulo says that if you are stressed, you must roll 1 additional attack die and 1 less defense dice. If you are, he's reaching, he might be able to clip here. It's very close. Move the wall of tokens. And that just barely clips at range 3. Just going to make a choice here. It's going to be shooting Sane. It's number 2. It's right here. Alrighty. So 2 hits. And safe. This is Zari at range 3. And 2. And all right, spends the evade token, takes 1. Alrighty. So we're going to go ahead and take that off Sane. That's 1 hull. Had to spend the evade there. No shot there. Just a little bit short, but going to go at the Academy. And focus crit. I'm going to work on the dice box alignment here in a sec. And has to spend it. Takes a crit no matter what. And the crit is damage sensor array. Can only perform focus actions. All right, give me a moment of radio silence here while I go ahead and work on the alignment of the dice box. And, damage sensor rate isn't terrible for the TIE Swarm. Most of the time, these ships are going to be focusing or evading anyway. Now, we can always, look in hindsight. We saw how Christian set up. But Travis did a really good job of range controlling and making sure that he could have some shots in this initial opening. And Christian had nothing to respond with yet. Now, of course, these TIE fighters are most likely turning in here, and it's time for him to get some stuff done. Start trying to get some shots. Don't be surprised to see something like Lulo turning, barrel roll, and boosting away to avoid the TIE Swarm that most likely is going to be turning in right here. So looking at the poll, looks like people think Travis is going to take it. We're going to go ahead and close that down. So Greer, no, that is the blue Squadron recruit going to be turning away, probably boosting and rotating its arc, I would guess. Maybe stays there if he doesn't think he's in danger, so he has an opportunity to turn around next turn. There's the rotate. And focus. I marked the ship just to get that moved. Merrick H, thank you. We hit our subscriber goal. Thank you so much. And we're going to be doing some giveaways here at the end of round 1. And in the Krayt Cup tradition, we got some funny things to give away, as well as some more serious things. But going to have some fun today with some what would be considered meme cards. Here's the hard one from this back TIE fighter. If you're not familiar, if you see that Christian's using the side-to-side method, if you line up those side hash marks with the turns, you actually you can avoid taking this ship out of the way by just aligning it from side to side, as the bases are mostly square, and it works. Puts them in the right position. I would always ask my opponent if you ever want to do it in a match. If somebody who's not familiar with the method, ask them before you do it. But it's the same thing. It's a way to speed the game up if you can avoid marking a ship. And thank you to Christian for showing us basically showing us what the formation of the TIE Swarm is going to be there. But right now, Travis is in the driver's seat pretty firmly right now. Zari right here is going to have that backside here very soon. Now, this mat is exclusive to the event. We may be getting our hands on one in order to give it away later, but no guarantees right now. I'm still waiting to hear back, but they are all completely accounted for, minus the one that I may or may not get. And I do want to say, oh, it's beautiful. It's Travis Johnson coming over here while he moves his TIE Swarm saying, do the people appreciate the number of ships on the board? It's fantastic. There's 11 ships on the board. Very rare to see. And they've actually done quite a few moves in the 15 minutes that they've been playing, moving at a good pace. Marcel Manzano, our very own Marcel Manzano, thank you so much. All right. Lulo barrel roll all the way to the back and boosting. I won't have a shot. And that's Lulo there. Sorry, this is Tally, not Lulo. Focus boost. And I'm not sure if Christian's going to have any shots. Maybe one. Maybe right there. Let's find out. So it's a swarm tactics being activated from Howl Runner. It's going to swarm up Iden. So that is Gideon. Spends for 2. And then Zari takes 1. Next ship coming up should be Howl Runner. But I'm not sure he has any other shots, so. Reach in. And it's out. Good range control there by Travis, or luck. He's a buddy of mine, so I can poke at him a little bit. And here we go. That's Zari taking a shot back at that TIE fighter. And should be doing 1 damage to Gideon. There it is. So no points scored yet. Thank you, everybody who's joining us today for round 1 of Krayt Cup. We'll be here all day. And I want to remind you guys that this round is sponsored by Curled Paw Creatives. It should be just out. Oh, just in. We'll get back to that in a second. So this is Wampa. He'll have 3 dice because of his ability. Nobody shot him this turn. Howl Runner reroll. Spend focus for 3. Into Lulo. And only rolled 3 dice because of Lulo's ability. Normally it would be 4, but it's minus 1 dice there. That's going to be a shield onto Lulo. So what I was saying is that this round is brought to you by Curled Paw Creatives, your home for your acrylic game token needs. They provided a coupon code for us. I talked to Andrew before these events. He wants to sponsor us. I said, what's the best you can do for our people who are out there? Our people out there who love their X-Wing. They like their game components. And so we got a bunch of stuff here. We got 15% off using the code KraytCup19. And we actually got some new items on the shop, including these large-scale ID tokens, which you can use with target locks if you want. We're using them just as ship markers for numbers when you have swarms like this. It's kind of a perfect perfect situation to show them off here. Also got Birmingham Barons swag out there if you're a fan of Birmingham Barons. Andrew Knuckles, who owns Curl Paw Creatives, is part of that podcast. I'm actually rocking one of their shirts today. And he also has some new advanced style target locks, new things, and strain tokens. That's the other thing. Coming up with Wave 3, if you're not familiar, bunch of new mechanics, including strain, coming to the game. So you got to get your acrylic strain tokens. Super excited about that. All right. Christian versus Travis. So right now, just looking at the positioning of the board, Travis is definitely in the driver's seat, but Christian is in a position to lay some pain this turn. So, depending on where Christian decides to go with his swarm, he needs to try to take a couple of these A-wings out. But the strength of the A-wings is the fact that they don't have to engage head-on. They can be chased if need be. So this is Zari right there. Zari's ability says if you bump, it's not a big deal. You get to do your actions anyway. So I kind of expect Zari to just be going in here hard 3, see what happens. But these other A-wings, they're going to be trying to disengage and try to shoot at range 3 using those back arcs. This event is just a one-day event, but we actually will be live for part of the day tomorrow. They have a third kind of different event called the Moth happening tomorrow, which we'll be casting and explaining for some of it. So we'll be here all day till we find the champion of Krayt Cup. All right. 2 bank from the TIE Fighter Swarm. I think the plan is to go after Lulo. Now, if Lulo has 3 bank available, boost out, that's something something that I could probably... It really depends where Travis thought Christian was going. If Travis thought that these TIE Fighters might have a better chance of getting shots by going to the left, and he came in hard with Lulo, Travis could be punished. Let's find out. All right, loses the stress token on that heart too. Has the opportunity to break up the swarm if he wants, but he's opting for offense. And I like the move. He's going to definitely have shots. Make sure you have your... Interesting. So Greer rotates for free. That is his ability. And Christian will be slotting in that TIE Fighter here. I wonder if seeing Travis turn that, turning Greer to the outside, kind of gives him a little bit of a tell. I'm worried that Lulo is going to be sitting in front of this TIE Swarm, and Lulo is offensively one of the more powerful of the bunch of these A-Wings. And I mean, Travis also could have just disengaged with all of them. We'll have to see here. 3 bank through the debris for Tally. Rolls a crit and has to take a shield there on the disengage. All right, and so Travis just opted for the complete disengage. Wouldn't be surprised to see the focus rotate here. Excuse me, boost rotate. And just opting to disengage. Hi, Nami. Hi, thank you. Bringing me some water. Thank you so much. This Shahzbot GG, face of Derek, thank you so much. Saying these weekend of the angriest rocks. Yes, there have been some pretty angry rocks. I think, so Travis only has, but quite well has Zari there in the back. Reaching there. Has a range 3 shot at number 3, which is the Academy. Checking for obstruction. Trick shot is active. That's going to be 3 dice for this A-Wing. Just going to spend that for a hit crit. 5 dice, range 3 through a rock. Plenty. No damage. So this is going to be Zari up next. Looking at, Travis is probably going to be shooting one that's damaged already. So it looks like he's going range 1 at Iden. Spend the focus for 3. Most likely going to use the ability here. No, not if you natty. Not if you natty. Now, with this strong disengage here from Travis, one thing that he has done is that Zari is on a little bit of an island. One threat that is very real is the K-turn from the entire swarm and just popping Zari and trying to track down the next ship. The secret tiebreaker is Apex Legends, which we're going to – I don't know if we have a complete solution to actually capture that here today. I know some people are sensitive to that type of video game violence, so I'm not entirely sure we're going to be showing that. I don't even know if we have a way to do it, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know if the situation arises. Alrighty, no points scored yet, but all these ships have relatively low hit point counts. It takes one bit of these 2 dice, 3 dice shots to actually just to start getting these points rolling. Hard one at the top from the blue recruit. He's choosing a boost forward. I do want to take a second and say thank you to Chris Allen for organizing this event.
Good timing. Thanks for coming. Nothing's caught fire yet, so I'm very happy.
He says nothing caught fire yet, so everything's fine. It's all fine.
Move along.
Move along. All right, so is that a 4 straight or a 4K coming from the tie swarm? And there is the K turn. So we'll see how aggressive did Travis get with Zari, or did he call it and do the disengage? Because a 1 hard barrel roll boost away would keep him safe. Travis has been pretty cagey. I'm not sure if he would have left Zari out there, but it can happen. Now, Chris, I do need to ask you a question.
What's up?
If you could jump on here for 2 seconds.
30 seconds.
Yep.
Hello.
Could you do me a favor and explain the scoring for this event?
Sure. So this is entirely team-based. So there's 4 players on these teams. And basically, if you win or lose the match, you gain or lose a point. Or you don't, sorry, you gain. It's been a long morning already.
It's all right.
So like, for instance, a team gets paired against another team. And there will be a total of 4 points awarded between the 2 teams. So if one team wins every game, they get 4 points. If one team wins 3 games, they get 3 points. The other team gets 1. If they both win 2 games, then each team gets 2 points. There's no MOV or anything because it's, 1, a nightmare to track, and 2, it makes the games a little bit less enjoyable because it's nice when you're playing something like a team tournament. You know you've lost 20 minutes into the game. You're not forced to fly around in circles and try to drag out any MOV you can. You can just kind of watch your friends' games. And that's that's the short story for the scoring. So every round you get between 0 and 4 points. We pair teams based on each other for points, and then there's a cut to top 4.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I do need to ask. Did you show the trophy for this round on stream?
I haven't had a chance, no.
Can I put it on stream for you?
Was it the clock?
It's the clock.
Oh, we saw that. We did. We did.
Okay, good. Just so you know what's on the line.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Steve. Let me know if you need anything.
Will do. Thank you. So Travis calling it there. There is the 1 hard on Zari. Roll. And this is probably just out of range there from the TIE Fighter number 4, Gideon. Oh, that's 4. Yeah, 4, Gideon. And I think the reason for the 4K over the 3K was worried about the 5 straight coming down the board. He probably would have been able to catch Zari with if he tried like 5 forward boost, been able to catch there with the arcs versus the 3K. Now, one thing I do want to note is the mat is on top of a table topper that's kind of a lightweight. It's kind of like a styrofoam insulation, essentially. Really, really light, easy to move around, but the extra problem with that is that it's really easy to move around. So you might see the mat kind of shift a little bit. You see that our positioning isn't quite as stable as it usually is, and that's the reason why. 3 hard here from Lulo, getting in position to re-engage. Now he does have to be careful with that tie swarm. Tie swarm could turn to the right the next turn. It's unlikely as they are stressed, but it's a possibility. All right, Lulo coming in with the boost, but still has 50-50 decisions whether or not he wants to go to the left or right next turn. That 2-turn probably fits. Range 3, looks like Gideon has a shot on Zari. But no bullseye. Gideon does have crack shot. That's why they're checking that. And re-roll from Hal Runner. 2 hits. And he's going to be taking 1 there on Zari. That's half points. Unless I missed a die. Must have missed a die. Those white dice, so no damage there. All right, Christian looking at his options here. It's not his hair. It's a hat. Just a heads up. The Hairy Demon, thank you so much for your Twitch Prime sub. And as we wait here, I do want to remind you guys that it is really easy to support the cast. You got free content coming from Gold Squadron Podcast all the time. We travel the United States, bringing you live X-Wing premiere event coverage. We are covering every single system open in the United States. We have done so since the last year. We did every system open last year as well, except for the very first one. I couldn't quite make Philadelphia of 20, whatever year that was, 18 or 17, whatever it was. And we do local events, podcasts, all kinds of things. If you want to support our content, you can go to patreon.com/Gold Squadron. And we're also going to be covering some in abroad, across the seas. We have 2 events that we're going to be doing. We're going to be going to the Australian System Open, which is happening in late August. So super excited about that. And we also are committed to going to the Euros. That's going to be happening in Poland, with that date to be announced. Spoonmam05. Yes, I was at the Canadian System Open to play Australian Nationals. I don't know when that is. This is the Australian System Open that I will be at, Mr. District Foundry. This is round 1 of the team event. Five straight moving up the board there. Boosting. This tells you that Lulo still has that lane open there. So, a couple people asking if I'm going to be at Nova this year. I'm going to talk about that here in our next break. Kind of, sort of, kind of, sort of. All right, that Academy TIE Fighter moving 3 forward. Not committing too much to any direction. I'm kind of surprised that we didn't see the 2 banks to try to make an wider arc, but he might be setting up for the hard turn after that. Now, with these TIE swarms, because they're different initiatives, you do have to do some. Actually, that's probably why we didn't get the 2 hard. Duh, Dion. We didn't get any of the banks because of the initiatives and how you have to mark and jump, and you don't always. Oh no! Oh no! And Travis helping him out, making sure he can get his ships in formation. He's been keeping a very tight formation, just trying to help each other out. Absolutely love when players help each other out like that. They're making sure not to move that marker. And Zari is out. He's not interested. No, thank you. Boosts, rotate coming your way. Yeah, the power of the A-Wings is the ability to have such a long time on target. Like, it's so good. Oh, looks like it's the Academy pilot. I got that mixed up. I'm going to go ahead and fix that. Boop. Boop. Now I have a couple people asking about it. It's good to bring it up. So when is the right time to break up the TIE Swarm? You know, right now, the TIE Swarm wants to be in open space. If they can keep those arcs compact and have that shotgun effect where they have all these arcs in one spot, I mean, you want it if you can have it, for sure. You got to love the acrobatics required to play the TIE Swarm, especially after the K turn. And we do have our first collision. So this might be the time where Christian starts to spread things out a little bit. Less of a block formation and more of a fan. Travis. And here's Lulo. Committed in. Now, I know that Yeah, he wouldn't have had very many options to turn that way because of the swarm. Yeah, that's one thing with formation flying. There is, especially when you have different pilot skills, different initiatives, you always have a point where you have a weak side where it is really hard for you to turn a certain direction because of how the ships overlap and don't bump. It's a little bit difficult. Epionic, I'll go and ask. That's a good question. I have not actually asked about the talent roll, so I'll be right back. And we have our first engagement here. Here we go. 2 hits. Spends a focus for 2. And focuses out to not take any damage there on Greer. So Greer, Lulo to Iden. 2 hits. Iden is still live. No focus. And he's going to go ahead and take the damage there. So that's going to be half points there on Iden. Oh, wait. No. Wait, sorry. That would have been... Ah. Huh? All right. Sorry. I didn't use their ability. And Gideon was the one that would have taken the damage, but only took 1. All right. Got it. All right. Trick shot into Iden. Range 3. Got it. And that's the Blue Squadron recruit. Reaching over there. Has advanced optics. Pretty high likelihood of getting 2 hits here. Oh, not today. Just spends the focus for 1. And no damage for Natties. Natties. So munitions failsafe does nothing in this list. I see some people asking. With the team pairings, they set up teams paired against each other dependent on their bid. So in order to, they wanted to get to 200 essentially on this list. So still no points scored. District Foundry. That's funny. Hello to Mrs. District Foundry if she's watching. So right now, with 28 minutes left, I know that currently no points have been scored, but Travis is at the advantage, in my opinion, right now. He has the ability here with all of his ships to just constantly control range, and if he doesn't have a favorable engagement, he just boosts away. And you have the option to barrel roll boost. Mind you, they cannot boost then barrel roll. Now, of course, the danger here of sitting in front of an entire TIE swarm is with all 6 of them still alive, if Christian has a turn where he can get all 6 of those arcs on one of No, Christian. Christian is memeing me. He's a bad man. He's a bad man. So mean. They're so mean. Can kind of see where things are. The A-Wings want to be dispersed. They want to be able to have all that space. It's fine, honestly. You want enough space for the A-Wing to always have lanes to disengage. And Christian's ready to go. I think we need to get. I think Christian needs to break up the formation here. I don't think we'll end up getting a final salvo here. I think this is going to be a relatively low-scoring game, though. Double checking some of these dials. And it is important to note that MOV does not matter. A win is a win, and that is it. And turns away there, using that back arc. Blue Squadron recruit. And there's the cage trying to go after Lulo. You know, I understand the idea, you know, you have all the space, use it to K-turn back and forth, but I think we just see the disengage here. Like I don't love the idea of the K-turns. I understand what Christian's trying to do. He's hoping that Travis makes the mistake of thinking he's going to do X or Y. But Travis has shown that he is being super cagey with his ships. Right here, Greer is the one in the most amount of danger in this turn. I think Christian may have missed an opportunity to go after that ship. Maybe we get some split up of the swarm here. Let me take some of these, you know, and the bank. Greer 3 hard. Was not stressed. And Travis rotating for free. That's Greer's ability. Focus has the option to boost if he'd like. People asking about those ID tokens. Yes, they're brand new from Curled Paw Creatives. They're available in the normal scale as well as the small scale. Go to curlpawcreatives.com. Use that coupon code. It's good until Monday. Don't send me the email. Like, Dion, is the code still good? No. This weekend only. Krayt Cup 19. Also have strain tokens available as well. Get ready for Wave 3. I'm ready to have my acrylic strains ready for day 1 of Wave 3. And these were bumped already, so it will fit. It should fit. Travis most likely will be telling them that it's fine. There it is. It's fine. This is all fine. Mad Chemist, no, the code is not good on Tuesday. They're all stressed. There's a pile of stress. They're all stressed. And Travis, 2 turn away. All right. Travis going over that debris one more time. But no consequences. Doesn't give up half points. Absolutely. I love these number tokens. Man, make our lives so much easier. Thank you so much to Christian and Travis for using them for their generics. Makes a huge difference. And thank you to Andrew for providing these. Curl Paw Creatives. And no shots. Maybe the Academy. That's number 3 there. And this is Greer. Focus crit there from Greer onto the Academy. Academy's 1 hole away from half points, 2 from death. Waiting for the roll. It is range 2, no focus. That Academy's gone. There we go. There's the team hat. Legend of the 5 Johnsons. Into the Academy. And the Academy fighter is gone. Number 3, gone. Appreciate the see-through carnage. I kind of like the see-through, how the TIE Fighters kind of see-through. Kind of reminds me of a 80s era T-shirt, you know, where you have the slightly translucent face on top of a scenic background. It's fantastic. Matt. Can I see the hat for a minute? At the end, to show it when the Travis is going to win, right? All right. So we'll hide the TIE Fighter as needed. We can do that very easily. So we'll leave it there just so that we don't forget about them dice. All right, setting the dials. 5 TIE Fighters left. All right, waiting for Travis. The irony of this matchup is both these players played in San Antonio a year ago, and it went to time, and Travis lost, and we're kind of on the path of the opposite right now. Going to be definitely going to time. And we're going to be marking some ships here so we can make things happen. 2 bank. And 2 banking there. Two straight. Just barely. Beautiful. Formation flying is something that, it's easy to start once you you're in your block and you're going in a single direction, but when this turns and banks start coming in, that's when things start getting a little difficult. You got to be careful. You have to mind whether your template is straight in the nubs. We're going to get probably a 1 turn here. There it is. Greer completed his maneuver. Not going to be using his ability here. Keep it to the back. And Travis is not planning on attacking this turn. Now that Christian has lost a ship, he does have to engage. Previously, one option that Christian did have was the final salvo. Just kind of playing for that. So we're going to have a bump there on the 2 bank. Guys, every match can't be a back and forth. Here's the thing. It's really interesting when I hear people say, like, man, TIE Swarm, so cool. But then, this is the type of match when you have swarm on swarm that exists. A-Wings are meant to disengage. TIE Swarms want to be cagey. It's a reality. There's all kinds of different lists, and they all play out different ways. And now the formation is definitely destroyed. Christian should be splitting this up and trying to chase down some A-Wings. Christian, 2 bank, bumps there. And Lulo, again, disengaging. I mean, Travis is making the right moves here. There's no need. If this is a team tournament, you're playing for your team, you want the W. If you've never played in a team tournament, it is a very different experience compared to playing in a tournament just for yourself, because your risk. A lot of people's risk aversion when playing for a team goes much higher. People I see the munitions fail-safe question coming up again. It's no for no reason. It's part of the scoring, sorry, the pairing process. You get paired according to your MOV. So they were trying to raise their total number of points, excuse me, not MOV, their bid, trying to raise the total points in order to do some shenanigans with the pairings. That's all it is. It does nothing. That's why it's crossed out. Oops. All right, optics for 2. And that's going to be 1 damage onto Gideon. That's going to be half. And as I have information for standings and things, I will let you guys know. Again, this is a 42-team, I believe, 42-team event. You got 4 players on each team, duking it out, trying to be the kings. Last year's winner, the White Walkers, they have returned. A little bit of adjustments to their team because one of their teammates could not make it. But here you see Duncan walking around with his belt, championship belt. The giant trophy that they're carrying around is kind of ridiculous. And Christian doing a bit of a reset, thinking about how to split up that formation probably. What he has to try to do is create some space here with his initiative 1s, get them out in front so he can free up the higher initiative TIE fighters. He's got 11 minutes. That's probably going to be about 2 more turns at this pace. And there's the boost from the blue squadron. Just trying to gain position. Travis doesn't really know where he's going this turn. So this is Christian's opportunity to try to surprise him. There's a 3 straight. Focus. Ramia, how's it going, my friend? Thank you so much for your cheer. I'm doing great. I'm feeling good. Had some fun yesterday playing in the top 50 invitational. Got 9th place. That's the end of my competitive season for this season. 2 events in a row, and that's it. I see somebody asking about making giant dice. No, we're not going to get giant dice. We got the dice cam. We got the technology. All right. I loved my list yesterday. I had a great time. Had one very close game with Duncan Howard. Oh, my goodness. Man. You ask him about it. If you know him, ask him about that game. Tell him how I almost got him. He knows. He knows. And to address the giant dice as well, the regular dice on a mat are already a hazard to the ships. You see people like Andrew Bunn, who we had on stream quite a few times. He just throw those dice wild. Imagine if we gave the man bigger dice. No, thank you. So, the irony here, I know people love throwing dice, is the fact that the dice app would be the best, the safest way to play this game on stream, and the clearest way to play it on stream. I don't allow the dice app on the stream very often, unless I absolutely have to. But somebody here in the chat asking about saying dice app. Just use the dice app. Yeah, no, yeah, the large scale dice. It's all a joke, guys. It's all a joke. Just goofing around, having a good time. All right, 3 bank here from this TIE fighter. Just barely land. No, it's not. It's gonna be clipping that marker. That's Howl Runner. Just trying to be close. Swarm Tactics is live on Howl Runner. Checking options there. If you're not familiar with Swarm Tactics allows you to raise the initiative of a ship in range 1 to match yours. So Howl Runner raising one of the lower initiatives to initiative 5. Three hits. Still taking 1. That's going to be half points on Lulo. That's big. It's 20 points. And seems to be obstructed. Guess no range there. Lulo, range 3 obstructed there. Focus for 1. And all the evades. Plenty. A couple people asking about the new dice. I think the new dice will be okay on stream. They're very contrasty. The problem is the green. Depends on the hue of the green paint on the defense dice. The attack dice will be fine. Yep. And Gideon is off the table. And this is a full hyperspace event. In my opinion, the most competitive version of X-Wing, where each faction has legitimate options to be competitive. So checking over there. Reach in. This is Greer. And it looks like that's going to be just out. Was reaching for send there. Iden is has been used already, so that option's gone. And we're at dials. This is going to be the last turn. 2 minutes, 51 seconds left in the round. Alex Wintermantle. What I'm referring to is the fact that in extended, each of the factions, I believe, just get further pulled apart. It's just not as balanced as hyperspace. I totally understand the arguments of people wanting to use their. I want to be able to use all my ships, and I get that, and that's why I cover the system opens. Is there great competitive matches? It's just the truth that a lot of times it's just not as balanced. It's just how it is, guys. It's the truth. It's still fun. A couple people asking about the new gray dice. Those will be part of the hyperspace trials, which we will be casting a few hyperspace trials. I'm going to be playing in them too, so we'll get some recordings, some streams. Those will be announced as we go. Hall Runners ID token there for anybody wondering. Going back to Phoenix, I'm trying to figure out the schedule for the hyperspace trials has been really kind of weird with how it matches up with some of the premier events and some of my personal event conflicts with my day job. Yes, I still have a day job, folks. This is not full-time yet. Maybe one day. And the top 50 event was streamed and recorded yesterday. We're going to be getting all those matches cut and posted to our YouTube channel next week. Have plenty of games for you guys to watch on our YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, by the way, go on over there. We are trying to get to 7,000 subscribers. It costs you nothing, YouTube subscriber. It just helps make sure that you are plugged in. You know when all these different matches. And I'm not asking you to watch every video we got, but it gives you the option to be like, hey, look at all this content. I want to watch some X-Wing. We're there for you. Time has been called. Mythin, thank you for becoming a Twitch Prime subscriber. Somebody said, I want to see Dion's frequent flyer miles. And Travis just sticking to his game plan. You don't commit to the engage once you're ahead on points. You only take the safest moves. And I think that's going to be the game right there. There shouldn't be any shots. There was no reason for Travis to try to get shots. And there's the handshake. Well, thank you so much to Christian and Travis for playing. Winners there are the Legends of the Five Johnsons. I know the lighting in here is a little bit bad. I got an orange wall in front of me, so I look like I am, what are those things? An Oompa Loompa. So get your meme material now. Here's your chance, okay? So thank you for joining us. I want to remind you that this round was brought to you by Curled Paw Creatives here at Krayt Cup 4, and you can use the coupon code Krayt Cup 19 for 15% off, a $15 minimum. They got strain tokens. They got new Birmingham Barons merch rocking it today. We got the large scale ARC ID tokens. We also have the new form of target lock, the advanced style. So enjoy. I hope you got your screenshots. Looking for the best memes only here, and we're going to be using them. Send your best memes. Go ahead and post them to the Gold Squadron Podcast group. It's labeled Gold Squadron Podcast and Chicago X-Wing. If you're not part of that, you can post them on Discord as well. We'll be having some fun. So I'll be back here, going to clean up the board state, get ready for round 2 of Krayt Cup 4, and find out exactly how many rounds we got. I know that we have quite a few. We're at least doing 4 of the Swiss and see where we go from there. Yeah. So we'll be back here in a moment.